Hey there guys, it's Lewi 2x4 and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 4 different ways to make paths. So let's start off with this one here. So number 1 is literally basically just a square tile, then a 1x2 jumper, and then a square, and then so on. The jumpers are essentially there just to make sure you've got somewhere to stand your minifigs. So you can sort of see where I'm going with that. I mean, you could even use the same colour grey here, but I just think it's nice just to change things up and give it a little bit of variation. Number 2 is basically the same concept as number 1, but what we've done is we've just gone for the square tile in 2 different colours and sort of done this checkerboard pattern. And with some of these I've added some of the jumpers, again just for a minifig to stand in. So you've got minifig 1 number there, and then let's go with number 2 there. And then it just gives you different places for you to place your minifigs. I mean, that doesn't have to go there, it can go here. But it just gives another variety, a step up from this, another level as it were. And then we've got number 3, which was just some leftover tiles that I had. And what I've done is I've done like sort of, it looks a bit like decking that you would have in your back garden. I've done like 2 this way, 2 that way, 2 this way, and then carried on. The only problem with this is I don't have these jumper studs. I have some of these ones here in the dark grey, but if you're wanting to create some sort of decking space area and just wanted your minifigures to sit there, or you had chairs, then that is perfect for that. Quite simple. I think the orange, like that orangey tan colour, makes it pop a little bit more and makes it a little bit different, because I do see a lot of this just sort of standard grey and the dark grey in a lot of cities, and I'm just trying to give a little bit of help to people starting out, and a little bit of variation just to give them, you know, the inspiration to start their own ideas and think of something different. Now the third one is probably, the fourth one, sorry, is probably the one I like the most, which is the simplest, I think anyway, which is the light grey on the outside and the dark grey in the middle. I think I'm probably going to be using this when I start to create my city, just because of it looks how they look in real life. There's that sort of curb edge here, and then there's the path. And then there's like this part here where the shop would be, or a house, or something like that. And there's lots of places to put your minifigures if you make the space for them. So if I let's just add a couple of random minifigures here. This guy's walking this way. So yeah, I just think it makes it look a little bit, they look like they're slightly falling, to be honest, if I put it that way. They look like they're falling. But yeah, I think that's probably the most realistic option. But to you as a city builder, it's probably personal preference, and it's probably what you think would look good in your city and what would be more realistic. Now another thing you have to take into consideration is, let's take the recent house that I built, and let's just move this out just ever so slightly. So is the path design in terms with your build of house. So as you can see, if I put this here, that doesn't look too bad against the house. Looks the most realistic. And then you've got this one here. I think this is more like a decking, or like something you would have in like an upscale town or a nicer part of your city. And then this check design. I would say the check design is probably similar to that previous design, and would go in a sort of city, upscale, you know, nicer part of your city or town. And then this one here. So I think, to be honest, I'm either going to choose this one here or this one at the back. But yeah, just a quick video, and I thought it would help out a lot of people, because this is something I struggled with, still now, to be honest, struggling how to come up with different designs and how to come up with something that looks realistic versus something that looks nice but just doesn't suit things. So let me know if this video helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.